All right, so this is a quick case study I wanted to highlight of one of our clients down in South Carolina who's been with us for quite some time now. As you can see, this is from the month of September. So this is about a 30-day span. We were able to generate them 130 leads with just over $4,000 spent in ad spend to this actual paving campaign. We do have a seal coating campaign running, but we're going to be focusing on the actual paving campaign. So if we go over here, as you can see, some ads generate more leads than others, $23 cost per lead. So then got 34. This one got $82 cost per lead. We ended up turning that one off. And it looks like a lot of the ads actually came from, a lot of the leads actually came from this ad right here, which we did turn off because the cost started rising. Just a simple UGC ad here, simple offer. Now, one thing I did want to highlight is we could get less cost per lead, but something that a lot of people do is they'll just run an ad like this, let's say for example, and they will just ask name, number, and email, maybe the city as well, which is going to get you a lot of leads. But one thing I want to highlight is we're not just doing that, right? Like we want these people to come in somewhat qualified. So something we're actually asking is this is a professional service. We're letting them know and asking them, are they prepared to invest? So we're going to get that confirmation there. We're also going to make sure that if they are not ready to invest, we don't want their information to come through. So if they click no, then their information doesn't get sent through. They also have to let us know if they have the budget. So we stated as telling them our numbers first before we get their numbers. Some people can be a bit weird about giving numbers and budget and stuff like that. So we say pricing usually starts at 3 to 5K. Roughly, what's your budget? And if they click now, for some clients, if we ask this question, we will weed them out if they say 0 to 3K and just not send them through. But for this client specifically, since they have a sales team, we're going to send those through either way. And just to give us an idea of like roughly what are we working with, and also get an idea on what their actual project is. Now, one thing that I want to highlight is let's just say we didn't ask this question and we just asked them what type of job you have. We didn't ask them a budget and we didn't ask them this to where they have to manually type in. We would get a lot more leads if all they had to do was click one button and then they're through. Right, so that's what I want to highlight is a $30 cost per lead overall is really good considering we're asking the budget and we're getting an investment question and they still have to type in their project. So just something I want to highlight there. And as we keep going, they actually have to input their name, their number, their email, their address, and their city as well. And then the last thing here, which no one does, is we actually make the lead have to verify their phone number with an 8-digit code. So not only does the lead have to verify they're ready to invest, they have to put in their budget, and they also have to type out a description of their project, but they also have to verify their phone number is a legitimate phone number, right? Because something you will get is a lot of companies out here will flex and say, oh, we'll get you 30 leads a week, when in reality, maybe 5 of those or probably even less are going to be real because there's no sort of friction between a lead reaching out and actually getting through to the actual, the company. So we do this is to one, make sure they understand it's an investment and also have to verify that this is a legitimate phone number. They'll actually have to get an 8-digit code texted to them, which they will then have to type in there. And if they don't have access to the phone number, their information doesn't get sent through. Right. So I just wanted to highlight that just so you know when it says $30 cost per lead, which is still really good. But also when you keep in mind the fact that we also are going through all these questions here, when the average industry cost per lead is for a lead form is probably going to be more like $40 to $60. So really good. Wanted to highlight that this is a really good case study here. And then lastly, they have to review their info, and then I'm not going to do the last 2 pages just because it's going to share my client's personal info there with the number to where it's routed to and all that. So that's what the last page is there. So yeah, that's something I really wanted to highlight. This client's been with us for a long time, and if we highlight just this month so far, in the 2 days, I'm recording this on October 2nd, we've already generated them a total of 7 leads so far for the paving campaign. So really good start. Like I said, we've been with them for a while, so if we go to maximum, I mean, as you can see, we have generated quite a bit of leads here on this account since we've been working with them as of April 26, 2024. So we know what we're doing. If you wanted to get results like this and work with us, just reach out down below and we'll get in contact and, we can get this going here pretty soon.